Everybody, I am so excited for this moment. This is my first vehicle review, and I could not have picked a better vehicle to be reviewing and to be driving currently. It's not sporty. It's not something you look at twice when it's parked in the parking lot. It's not even exciting, and it's not something most of you would even consider. Top 10 guesses, if you weren't looking, wouldn't even crack the top 10. And that's right, it's the 2008 Toyota Highlander. I'll let everybody get over their shock, but it's true. The Highlander has been a fantastic car since its inception, and 2008 is the second generation Highlander. The first generation was awesome. It was incredibly reliable. It took off like a storm. People loved it. The Highlander was introduced by Toyota right when SUVs were really gaining that popularity in the early 2000s. People already realized they were cool and that it was a better option than the minivan for families, for people on the go, people with an active lifestyle. Gave you all this space, good looking package, some utility, and that go anywhere kind of ruggedness. And the Highlander added reliability. You knew that you were going to have a reliable vehicle that would last you literally forever because it was a Toyota. And it did. The Highlander was incredibly reliable, still is, even to this day. People seek out 20-year-old Highlanders because they know this thing's just going to keep going and going and go. If the Energizer Bunny were a car, it would probably be a Highlander. Now, this is the second generation. It got a refresh, new look, obviously new features. This specific one is the base model, which means there's even less little electrical things, buttons, things to go wrong. Front wheel drive, no all-wheel drive, no steering wheel controls, but it just works. You don't buy one of these because it is got some bells and whistles, or it's got the latest tech, or even when they were new, you didn't do that. You bought them because you needed an appliance that was going to last you forever. You didn't want to lose any sleep at night over whether or not you were going to get to work in the morning, or get your kids to soccer practice and back, or go to the grocery store and back. Do what you had to do. Go on with life. Because the Highlander was parked in your driveway, and it's bulletproof without actually being bulletproof. Don't shoot one of these. There were always fancier cars. There were always cars, SUVs in the segment that were faster, flashier, had more tech. If you got a minivan, if you went with a Honda Odyssey in the 2008-ish timeframe, you could get a built-in vacuum cleaner. What's cooler than that? If you have a family, you get it. If you have young kids, you get it. A vacuum cleaner built into the back of your car, that's a big deal. Not available on a Highlander, ever, to my knowledge. But it didn't matter. This thing, especially, has been meticulously maintained, and the market reflects the fact that people look for clean, well-maintained, low-mileage Highlanders, even if they're almost 20 years old. This one's an 08, so we're at 18 years old, essentially. The market is crazy, just crazy. People will seek these out still. And there's not very many bread and butter, boring, tan TVs, cloth seats, no heated, no auto climate control, that people will pay premiums for. But people know this thing's special. Now, this one's been maintained so well. One owner, meticulous maintenance, meticulously cared for. Absolute cream puff. I've done a little cleaning, just a little spot, couple spots, floor mats, typical stuff, door panels, that kind of stuff, just basics. Nothing mechanical. It's got new tires. It's been meticulously maintained. And that is part of why it's so special. You don't have to maintain these meticulously. They will work with just oil changes, basics, Jiffy Lube. They'll work. But that if one has been so cared for, so meticulously maintained, that it'll run forever. Keep up on the maintenance forever. Elon Musk put a Tesla Roadster into space as a gimmick, of course. But if he really wanted to make it to the moon, he would have shot one of these into space. This will make it. Off the top of my head, I don't know what the mileage is to the moon and back. Guarantee you, one of these will do it. No problems. Part of what makes these cars so great is Toyota engineer knew that if they could design a part once and design it well, then they could use it in all their cars. I just turned the cruise control on, and that reminds me, this cruise control knob is the same knob that's in every Toyota. Every Lexus, they've all got the same knob, from the base model XAs and B that were like $15K to the Lexus LS 460s, the $100,000, even the LX SUVs, all of them had the same cruise control knob and the same cruise control system. And Toyota knew if they would design it once well, they wouldn't have to redesign it again. You don't have to have multiple systems, you just have one knob that works. And that's why they're so cheap to maintain too, is you have one part and you sell tons of them, so it's cheaper. You don't have to have a cruise control stock that just fits one car, which makes it more expensive. You have the breadth of your portfolio, use the same product, and it's cheaper. It's easier to maintain. Everybody knows about it. Everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows how it works. It's easy. Why wouldn't you do that? It just makes sense. Now, of course, you're gonna have different steering wheels, and certain things are gonna be different, but ultimately, your controls, like wiper switch, that's Toyota parts bin. Turn signal switch, that's Toyota parts bin. Your window switches, I'm sure that was most, if not all vehicles had the same switches there, but just the thought that Toyota put into designing and engineering and manufacturing all their cars, but especially these, early 2000s, mid 2000s. I mean, one could argue even back in the 90s, but you knew that these were going to be easy to maintain, reliable, etc. They were going to be great cars because they were engineered well once. Not re-engineered every 3 years. No ridiculousness going on. Just solid A to B cars. Kind of reminds me when I was trying to come up with a metaphor as to why this is such an exciting car. This one specifically, but the Highlander in general. The second generation Highlander in general. That garage fridge, men would know this, but anybody. I mean, that garage fridge, we've all got one. It's about 30 years old. Some people bought it new. Some people, it just kind of showed up in their lives one day, but we've all got one. It's ancient. We have no idea how or why it still works, but it still works and it's still cold. And you get to that point in that refrigerator's life where you start to brag about it. Your friends come over, grab a drink out of the fridge, and you gotta smack it. You gotta do this thing is still cooking after 30 years. It's still cold. I gave $50 for, whatever. It came with the house. I gave $50 for it. This thing's been in the family for 30 years. It's still cold. You don't care. It's a refrigerator. It's an appliance. It's not exciting. But it becomes exciting because it's so awesome. You gotta tell your buddies about it. And a lot of times you could tell how old it is. It's got the wood paneling on it. It's yellow. It's got rust around the edges or whatnot, but the Highlander is that garage refrigerator. You never give a single thought about it. You never lose sleep over it. It doesn't matter. It just works. And you go in there, you grab a drink, it's cold, it's refreshing, you don't even give it a thought, but man, that feels good. And then you gotta bring it up. Hey, look at this thing. Look at how awesome it is. It just works. Toyota Highlander. It's your garage fridge that you never have to worry about because it just works.